Hey guys, and welcome to Janet being Janet. Okay, just in case you're back with me from part one, we're going to go on to part two, and we're going to do this kind of fast. And you see this horse's butt on your screen? That's there for a reason. It's because he's full of crap, and so am I. All I'm going to be doing is giving my opinions, and only my opinions. And on this channel, it's for entertainment purposes, and only entertainment purposes. If I fail to entertain you, I do apologize, but I'm on YouTube just for a little bit of fun. Okay, the reason why I rushed through that is because, like I said, I've already done part one, and I'm doing part two, and I'm breaking this down into sections just for the people that don't want to watch or listen all at once. And so if y'all don't like this version, you want all at once, you go down to the comments, you let me know you want them all at once, because if not, I'm going to do it like this. So that, like I said, I can break it up for y'all, and y'all can come back and watch when you want to watch, or don't watch when you don't want to watch. However you want to do it, it's up to you. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to get back to where Destiny and Beck are talking with their own text messages. Okay, that's what we're going to do.
It was fun to have somebody to talk to, but she was really trying to push things so quick.
She does. Like when me and her first started talking, like she immediately wanted to be like on FaceTime and like just phone calls all the time. And I mean, when we first started talking, I was still in a relationship, so I was like, I can't be doing all that. Like, I don't want to do all that.
Oh, Destiny. You're not supposed to be in a relationship and then get with Amber Lynn. You're not Amber Lynn. You're not supposed to be doing that. Now, come on.
I didn't really know her. Like, we weren't talking like that yet.
Right.
And, like, it slowly became that on my part. That was my bad. But, and then it was like...
Right, but she was probably still inserting herself a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Wasn't she?
Oh, yeah. And then once I broke up with the girl I was with, it was like we constantly had to be on like FaceTime or whatever. Like I didn't even have an iPhone when me and her got together. It was one of the Samsung phones, and she was like, "You really need to get an iPhone." I was like, "Well, I can't just go get an iPhone or whatever."
I was about to say that's not appropriate for her. You had to have an iPhone in order to talk to Amber Lynn, just like when she was with Casey. Crystal was going to send her an iPod. And Crystal was asking her about the memory and whatever, and it made Amber Lynn mad that that was even a question, because Amber Lynn wanted the best of the best. So, and as y'all, if y'all want to know, I'm just kind of propped up, and we're just having a conversation here, or I am. I don't know about y'all.
So, to get her to shut up about it, I switched phones with my stepbrother. He had an iPhone 5. Me and him switched phones, so that way I didn't have to hear about it anymore.
Oh.
Because at that point, me and her had been FaceTiming on my iPod.
Yeah, iPod, you and her should have got along just fine by that, but no, not good enough for Amber Lynn.
But it had to be FaceTime. Couldn't just call on the phone.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
It was dumb.
Oh my God. But like literally, she would want to do that with me, and I just wasn't about that. So I would just be like, oh, I'm tired. I want to go to bed. And then I would still actually just sit up and like watch TV for a little bit longer. Like I wasn't in the mood to talk to her. I wasn't feeling that way.
All you had to do was say no. But no, because it is Amber Lynn. So you would have to come up with some kind of excuse or something. Because no would not be appropriate, would not be what Amber Lynn would want to hear. Okay, so yeah, I understand.
We weren't dating, but she felt like because we were talking that she needed to talk to me all the freaking time when I wasn't working. And I just wasn't about that.
Oh, yeah. I was going to say, did you zoom in on them? Oh, yeah.
Oh, here we go. People are nuts. Don't talk bad about me. WTF? Like, what? You're supposed to say that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Did she send you this?
So these are messages between Beck and Amber Lynn. Okay. So let me get that straight before we even do anything else. And in case you don't know, I haven't listened to this yet. So if I stop it too early, I'm sorry. I tend to do that.
Yeah. I sent her the screenshots because I don't remember why, but she had told me to text you. And I mean, it was dumb.
Why did she want you to text me?
I don't remember. Like, I remember her telling me to save your number because that was when I was like supposed to take her to meet you. And I think she just wanted to make sure we had each other's number.
Okay, yep, I stand corrected. I was wrong. So these are between Beck and Destiny. So, okay, I was wrong. See, I can admit when I'm wrong. My name ain't Amber Lynn.
Like, for that purpose, but I don't remember why she told me to text you.
Probably to see what I would say to you so you would show it to her.
Maybe.
If that makes sense. I love how you said, I'm not going to sugarcoat Amberlyn, though. She's definitely a bird of a different feather. You'll see. You were trying to tell me.
Oh, yeah. I think that's the part that she was talking about. Like, don't talk bad about me.
That probably really, really made her mad. That probably wasn't a good idea on Destiny's part, but Destiny didn't care.
She probably absolutely hated that you said, but she has her own demons to battle. And they cause issues. She probably hated that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Destiny, quit yawning. Don't yawn. No, we don't yawn. Because it's late here. We don't yawn.
Let's see. Who is that?
Oh, my God.
I can, like, barely read it.
All right, I'll read it. She said, be honest, okay? And don't try to spare my feelings, LOL. And I said, okay. She said, do you have any sort of feelings for me yet? Oh, my God. I was like, I enjoy talking to you a lot, but if you mean like falling in love, then no, not yet. But that would come after dates and spending time together, not just phone convos or texts.
Amber Lynn falls in love with the idea of falling in love because Amber Lynn needs somebody to take care of her and somebody to just say that she's good. Yep. Yep.
She's like, no, I don't mean falling in love. Yes, she did. But okay, yes. I was just wondering. And I'm like, if you mean, do I like you? Then yes, I do. I don't want you to talk to anybody else. I'm like, what are you trying to see so you can move on to somebody already? Like, we're just hanging out. We literally just started talking. I think this had to have been like within the first.
It was before y'all physically met.
Yeah, it was before we physically met because that's what I just said, not just phone convos or texts.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But that's good enough for her. I mean, come on. She's already got people in her DM that she's already saying she likes. You know, because one of them probably already say that they love her. Because one of them's probably already saying, okay, be my sugar mama.
Yeah, I was like, if you mean, do I like you? Then yes, I don't want you to see anybody else. So she's like, yes, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. Why did she ask you why so awkward?
I don't know where I was. Like, it was 9:30 at night. Why did she video call me for 1 minute and then an hour later say, hey, and then I missed one? And then where are you? I don't know. Like, I don't know what day of the week that was, but I feel like I would have been at like work, or maybe we were like.
She didn't care where you were at or what time of day it is. You're supposed to answer because it's Amber Lynn Reed. Put some respect on her name.
In the car, and I probably answered it and was like, you know, not really trying to talk to her because I was probably with Dana.
Yeah. All right, so what about this one?
I did still live there.
You did? Okay.
Me and Dana, we went to go to my cousin's wedding in Tennessee. And that was also the weekend that was the first weekend we got stuck with. Like, there was stuff went down and we had to take her with us.
Right.
And I don't know about the shrimp thing.
Now, I don't know everything about everything. I did watch almost every single vlog. And since I've started doing this, I've been going back and watching vlogs. Yeah, I see a lot more now than I used to see.
I know it's expensive or whatever. I don't know like what that is, but I think really what she was trying to do was like be nosy and see like if anyone was talking about her while I was visiting family in Tennessee. I literally think that's what it was. Like, nobody had any questions about her. Nobody asked about her. Like, I mean, it wasn't like too many family members from Florida anyway. Like, it was me and my mom and then Dana and then Gracie and then my brother and his girlfriend. And then it was just my grandma and my sister that came up from Florida and my sister's boyfriend.
Yeah, but Amber Lynn and Destiny's mom didn't really get along because Amber Lynn has issues, a lot of issues. Yeah. So Amber Lynn started some stuff with Destiny's mom, and so Destiny's mom let Amber Lynn have it.
Like, I don't know. It was weird.
I feel like she was just wanting to know if your sister, her boyfriend, or any of them had asked about her.
Oh, yeah. And why would I tell her that? And then people posting our address on You Now, like, I mean, this was probably around the point where there was someone that kept ordering pizza to our apartment. And they would try to deliver it, and she was like, I didn't order this pizza.
But you know, that's got to be, like, uncomfortable. But I understand that she put herself out there. I understand 100% when you put yourself out there on YouTube. And Amber Lynn would go too far. Way, way too far with all of her information. And Amber Lynn being who Amber Lynn is and how she is. Sometimes does she deserve it? Yeah, a lot of people do say she deserved it even back then.
So she ended up calling I think it was a Domino's. She ended up calling them and basically told them that unless she physically phone calls that in, or if one gets called to our address, to call her to confirm if it was actually being called in. That doesn't scare you anymore. Since you don't live here anymore, it doesn't mean anything to you. See, I don't know why she said that, because I did still live there. I didn't like move out till like May.
Right. And it's like, she probably was saying that because you weren't there all the time.
No, she had got mad at me because I want to say, like, right after me and Dana officially started dating, I took some clothes over there and I took some, like, toiletries over there.
So you were getting comfortable because y'all two were getting that part of your relationship to where you were getting a little bit more at ease, and that's normal as a relationship progresses. It's perfectly normal.
It was because, like, I was spending the night there a lot. Like, I didn't understand what the problem was. And she was like, are you moving out? I was like, I mean, not officially, no. And I didn't for a while.
Right. I get it, because I also didn't move out right away, but I wasn't really staying there. But my stuff was still there.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want to be there with you if I don't have to be.
Yeah. Well, I remember you left some stuff there, but that was just because, like, when you came, you usually were there for, like, a weekend or whatever, because it was a long drive for you.
That's what I was saying. All of her exes, just pretty much as soon as they were done, Destiny did stay around just a little bit, because, like I said, you change a chain. But all of her exes, as soon as they said bye, they would literally drop off, go. You know, or move out, go. As soon as they could get away from Amber Lynn, they got away from Amber Lynn. Yeah, there was no ifs, ands, or bottoms about it. It was let's go.
Well, I would come up there and I would just get what I could get, and I would stay for like a night, and then I would just get up and leave the next day. And it's like, I just did not want to be there any longer than I had to be.
Oh, yeah. And I remember when she told me for the first time you were, like, coming to stay at the apartment, that's when she starts, like you'll see it in the messages too, when she starts freaking out about how she wants to keep the apartment clean and all that.
But when Beck was leaving Amber Lynn already had wifeys pretty much staying there. So it was uncomfortable for Beck. I mean, heck, wifey was there all the time, so why would Beck even want to stay there at that point? Amber Lynn was treating Beck like crap.
She was not walking the dog like she was not walking Twinkie like she was supposed to. She had all the cats still. Like, I hadn't taken Jax with me yet. And Jax, I don't know, like, what happened, but whenever we moved into the apartment, he just got to where basically he would use the litter box once, and then he just assumed the whole thing was dirty and would go where he wanted to go. You know, like, so you had to constantly keep it clean. Like, I tried different litter boxes. I tried, like, the weird pellet kind of litter even. Like, I tried so many things to get him to stop doing that.
I guess that's one of the reasons why Destiny took Jax, because Amber Lynn, of course, was going to keep Wasabi. Of course, because that's the cat that Amber Lynn always wanted. So, of course, Amber Lynn was taking Wasabi. And, of course, Amber Lynn was going to take Twinkie. There was no ifs, ands, or bottoms about it.
Because he was always
a picky guy.
Oh, my God, it was awful. He would always go and, like, laundry piles. Like if there was clothes anywhere, he would always try to go in those. He went on the bed a lot. And like even Wasabi got to where he did that because when we were in the apartment here, our roommate, I had planned on taking one of our hall closet doors off because that's where his litter box was. That way it wouldn't get accidentally closed. And of course, like we went and stayed at my dad's for the weekend.
Okay, well, I just got confused because Destiny said when we were in our apartment here, but I think Destiny meant instead of here, like in present time, she meant here as in when they were in that apartment. Okay, I get it. I get it now.
And when I came back home, it had got closed anyway, even though we warned her like a billion times that it does not need to be closed. It still got closed, and he like pooped all over that red couch that we had.
Oh my God.
I didn't like that red couch anyways. Amberlynn thought way more of that red couch than she did of Destiny's cat, Gracie. Honestly, Gracie went missing, and Gracie got let out, and Amberlynn decided that she was going to point out the red couch, and she wasn't going to comfort Destiny over the kitty cat.
Oh my gosh. It took me so long to get it like clean, and it didn't smell like cat pee and just like poop, like it stank. And I finally got it clean, and that's when I was like, okay, this door's got to go. And
do you feel like your roommate had done that on purpose?
I don't think she did it on purpose. I really just think she wasn't paying attention, or like if she had anybody with her, like I don't know if she brought like Libby with her or like her boyfriend or like anybody, like I don't know. And they could have just done it and she just didn't notice.
See, I don't think they're ever going to know who actually let Gracie out and how Gracie got out. I don't think they are ever going to know that because part of me says it was Amberlynn. I mean, you can say it was the roommate all you want. There's a big part of me says it's Amberlynn. Because Amberlynn wanted Wasabi so bad. I think Amberlynn would do it on purpose. My opinion, only my opinion, but I think she would.
Especially like if she didn't even come in the house. Like she could have easily sent Libby or her boyfriend in to grab whatever she needed and then dipped.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know, but she's also the reason my cat got out. So, I mean, I really don't know.
She's talking about Gracie, and that's what I'm saying. I don't know that the roommate did it. I don't know. And there's no way to prove it one way or another.
Yeah. I remember that story.
Yeah.
That's so sad.
I know.
Dude, you have no idea how freaking sad I am over Rarity.
Dude, that's so messed up. Like,
she was such a good little baby.
You just gave up on her, though. Why would you just give up on her?
Well, obviously, for one, we know that she couldn't have ran after her.
Yeah, but Amberlynn really didn't care. Amberlynn, that's one less thing and one less animal Amberlynn had to take care of. Amberlynn doesn't take care of her animals. And if Tommy was going to be up there in Wisconsin and she wasn't going to live with Tommy, why would she want to bring another animal back? That sounds cold-hearted. But, I mean, it's a possibility.
But still, she just went back to Oklahoma and just didn't care.
Literally, like, and I mean, I forget where it was that they were, but wasn't it like snowing?
I think so. But it was like far from where Amber lives.
I want to say it was like, it wasn't Idaho. Like Minnesota? Was it Minnesota?
Minnesota, Idaho, Arkansas, one of those.
Doesn't matter where it was very, very cold in that poor cat. And Amberlynn acted like it was absolutely no big deal whatsoever at all. Sorry, it's not time for me. We're just going to have a little bit of fun. Like I said, we just chilling.
I don't remember. But like, it had to be snowing up there.
Right. It's so terrifying and heartbreaking. And it's like she doesn't even talk about it anymore.
Yeah, she's just avoiding the whole thing. Yeah. And when something happened to Jax, I never heard the end of that. Like anytime we hung out, she always had to mention something about Jax.
But Amberlynn did tell us she wasn't going to talk about Rarity anymore because it's way too hard on her. So that's the way out that Amberlynn chose.
Yeah, couldn't let you live it down.
My mom loved having him. She got mice really bad where they were out there in the middle of nowhere. And he kept them away.
He was a good cat.
He was a very good cat. It was your turn.
Seriously, it's been out for a while now, and you're right.
Right about what?
Amberlynn. It's been outlet for a while. I think you meant out. Like it's not making any difference. You're fine.
Yeah, so Amberlynn put all of her personal information out there. Amberlynn doxed herself just like she doxes everybody else. She doxed herself too.
I'm still scared though. My aunt was in my U now.
For real?
I was trying to do the trash and Rarity got out. He was outside for like 20 minutes in the pitch dark. I ended up getting her, but it's impossible to do the trash by yourself, so I didn't get it done. If it was just one bag, I could do it, but it's like 12 and I'm super overwhelmed.
Okay.
How convenient. Rarity already got out once. So convenient. Well, at least she has a storyline to continue, right?
Okay.
Was she expecting you to come out there and do it?
I think this is when she was preparing for you to come visit. And when me and Dana would go over there to, like, because this whole thing's on Sunday where she wanted to go and do her things. I was like, fine, right. We can do these things on Sunday, but Dana's going to come with us.
Sorry, this is absolutely pathetic whenever you think about it. Rarity had already got out once, so she knew Rarity would get out. So why wouldn't she be more careful with Rarity? I don't know. Question.
And, I mean, that made her mad. But I was like, if you want me to take you to do these things, that's just how it's going to be. That's just what it's going to be. And I want to say that it had been a little while since we had done that because we had gotten busy. And she was like, I want to make sure, the apartment's all together. And she was getting a lot of takeout food because she didn't drive. She didn't have a car. So
really, she's on a diet. She's always on a diet, especially when she meets somebody new. When she has somebody new around, she's on a diet.
She always had food delivered. And even though on Sundays, that was one of the main things she made me take her to do was grocery shop. And she wouldn't grocery shop for more than a week at a time. Like, I was like, why do I have to take you every Sunday to grocery shop and then do all these other little things that you want to do? Grocery shop for like 2 weeks at a time, at least. No,
right.
It doesn't work like that for me.
Common sense. We're not supposed to have common sense. We're Amberlynn. Well, come on now.
And then I was like, also, why am I taking you grocery shopping when you're clearly just ordering out to eat anyway?
Right. And I mean, she was having you do this 4 times a month?
Every Sunday.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could see doing it once or twice a month, but not 4 times a month.
And me and her would argue every time about you really need to start grocery shopping more of ahead of time. But no, she only wanted to do it for like a week.
Yeah, but she also didn't meal plan or anything like that. She would say she's going to meal plan, but she wouldn't meal plan. Or she would she would meal plan and then she would still order out and then say she didn't order out.
At a time.
Yeah.
And then, like I said, just ended up throwing most of it away because, she always bought like produce and stuff and then not eating it.
Yeah, and I witnessed that.
But there was like when we would go over there on Sundays to do those things with her, like it would just be trashed. Like all the takeout stuff would be everywhere. She wasn't walking Twinkie, so Twinkie's stuff was everywhere. The cats, like everything would need to be done for the cats. She was just letting it go to crap.
Y'all would be so mad if y'all watched her older vlogs and saw how much food she threw away. She just trashed it, all of her produce and all that. You would be so mad if y'all saw that. She's wasteful, Lynn.
Unless she thought you were coming over or what have you. Like, I mean, Dana saw all of that. She wasn't afraid to show Dana all that.
Yeah, I had no idea.
She wasn't embarrassed.
I literally had no idea until I saw how the guest room got, how she let it get.
Yes.
And that's when I was like, oh my God.
I don't even know how long it was before she let Beck see the guest room and not be ashamed of the guest room. I don't even remember how long Beck said it was. But it couldn't have been that long because they met and then pretty much after they met was when Amberlynn wanted to go move in with Beck. Wasn't very long at all.
And that was part of the reason I wanted to stay with Dana all the time, is because I didn't want to sleep in the bed with her anymore. But it was like I didn't have a choice, because if I slept in the guest room, it would be disgusting.
Yeah.
Like,
the litter box was in there,
like,
and it wasn't cleaned. She wasn't doing anything about it.
And we had like 3 litter boxes. We had 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs.
I can't remember, had she even took care of the ones downstairs, or did you have to do that too?
We only had the 1 downstairs, and that was in case they shouldn't have got locked out of the room, because one of the litter boxes was in the hallway.
Now, mind you, at this same time, Amberlynn had quit her job, because Amberlynn said Destiny wanted her to quit her job. But Amberlynn quit her job because Amberlynn was making money on YouTube, so Amberlynn wasn't worried about it. So Amberlynn had nothing to do besides vlog all day, but Amberlynn still wouldn't take care of her animals.
So, or like, you know, like at the top of the stairs where it wasn't really a hallway, but you know.
Right. Yeah,
there
that
was
little
one
area.
there that I had in like that secret end table thing. And then there was one in our bathroom, but she moved it to the guest room. She should have been taking care of it. But when I was coming over, I was doing it because I would be trying to clean up so I didn't have to sleep in the same room as her. But
it wasn't the same room, Destiny. It was the same bed. And she would say it was because she had anxiety.
It would end up being so nasty sometimes. It was like if I did need to stay at my own house, I'd have to still sleep in the bed with her. And that wasn't flying with Dana. And I mean, I don't blame her.
I don't blame her either. Absolutely not.
So that's why I ended up staying with Dana more than anything. And that's probably why she's assuming I like moved out. But it was because I was barely staying home, because who wants to stay home with that?
Here's a question. Have you ever thought about the couch? I don't know. If you want to stay home and you can't sleep in the guest room, you ever thought about staying on the couch?
Right, exactly. And it's like, also, dude, if you and Dana were, you know, dating and together at that point, it would have been wrong for you to still have slept in the bed with Amber. And for her to even ask that of you is so wrong.
Yeah. And she would all the time. That's why. And then like when I did plan on spending the night at my own house, Dana would just come with me.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
See, Crystal and her slept in the same bed after they broke up too. Yep. So the only one I think is Beck, because Jade was there, Wifey was there, and so Beck didn't have to worry about sleeping in the same bed as Amberlynn, because Wifey just took over Beck's spot.
And that's when I started keeping the guest room cleaner. But then when we started, like when we got and stuff and started keeping her all the time, I wasn't staying there very often either because of that. Like I wasn't bringing her over and all that.
All right.
Oh, okay. Well, that person was an avid watcher of Amberlynn, but she also was attempting to do like her own YouTube videos.
Oh, people wanting to start YouTube channels and talking to Amberlynn. I remember when that was a thing, and Amberlynn wasn't smart enough to realize, hey, this person's going to spill everything on me.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with her. Like me and her pretty much sat next to each other every day at work. Like not intentionally even. We were like put into teams at work, and she was on my team, and she just kind of sat next to me. And I always thought it was kind of weird because like I knew she knew who I was, but like she never really tried to talk to me. So I just started talking to her because I knew. Because Dana had told me, because Dana had went to like high school with her. And like it took me a minute to realize even who that was when I read these screenshots, like, or when I was reading them and screenshotting, I was like, who was that? And like I like slowly remembered it because it was like very insignificant.
So okay, I'm kind of lost. It's just a coworker of Destiny's is what I'm guessing here. See, I get lost too. But I find myself, and then I'm going to explain it to you. That's the way this works.
But she made a big deal about it, as you can see. You or Dana told blank about me saying that her eyelash was coming off in her snap. Why would you do that? Like, I try so hard to be cool with you guys and help you when you need it. Buying you food, gonna pay for Cheesecake Factory, and help you when you needed your electricity on, etc. What?
I was thinking about that too. You know how she would hold this stuff over everybody's heads anytime she would do something for them.
That's why I said she bought Destiny and she bought Dana even after, Destiny was gone. She always said that she would buy something for Destiny and Destiny was around while the money was.
But most of the time it was her being like, I want to go out to eat. I want to go out to eat. And everybody else would be like, we don't have the money. And she'd be like, but I'll pay for it. Don't worry. Make everybody go out to eat, but then hold it over your head later.
I don't know what she was meaning by help with our electricity, because the electricity at our house was weird. It was like prepaid. I don't know if you've ever dealt with prepaid electricity.
Did you mention electricity to her and then at any point her give you any kind of money, like $10 or anything? And for whatever the reason, her give you just any kind of money, she could say, oh, well, it's for your electricity. Yeah, she could twist it on you.
But basically, you can only use what you put on the books. Like, you put $20, you're going to get $20 worth of electricity.
Right. Oh, yeah, my sister has that.
It was so weird. And, like, I remember, like, the first time I hung out with Dana, she was saying something about her electricity. And I was like, well, here's $20. Like, how do you do that? Like, I didn't understand it. And she was like, I can't use cash. Like, I'd have to go, like, 30 minutes away to the office to pay cash. I was like, oh, okay, well, just keep the $20. It's whatever.
I wish my kids knew how to turn the daggum lights off. That's what I wish. And I wish Texas could make up its bipolar mind. Because it goes hot to cold, hot to cold, hot to cold, still.
But so, like, I don't understand how she helped with the electricity. Like, I don't remember asking her for that. I don't remember us, like, needing that. Because when I started living there, which I don't think I was living there yet, but when I started staying there all the time, I put my card on there, and I was putting, like, every time we were getting paid, like, $100 on it. And, like, it actually, like, built up. It wasn't getting all used. So, like, I don't know. And then like, what did I do to constantly deserve people always talking about me and making me seem like some horrible person when I'm not?
You are a horrible person whenever it comes to certain things, and you can't deny it, Amberlynn. That's the thing, when you put your life on YouTube, for that many years, people get to see the real you. And because we get to see the real you, there is no denying the real you.
When I tell you to in confidence, what I tell you to in confidence is purely just for you guys' ears and not everyone else's. I respect you too, and really wish y'all would respect me as well. What is that? Like, who cares that you told someone that their eyelash was coming off?
I know. She just got so upset about it.
I mean, I would want to know if my eyelash was coming off.
Oh my God. We were living for the way you were being, dude. Like,
yeah, Destiny did not care. Destiny was like, you know what? Never cared in the first place, still don't care. You don't want to be with me, you're not with me. Destiny moved on. Wasn't a problem.
You were like, I told her, LOL.
Wow, what the fuck, Destiny? That's seriously not okay. She posted a status about me.
I didn't think she would get mad. She laughed and said that she wrote that on Snap. WTF.
It's really not funny at all. Look at her Facebook.
That's dumb, though.
I don't remember what she posted. Like, I feel like it was something very dramatic, and it was nothing to do with her.
Really? Something dramatic? And Amberlynn thinks everything's about her. That's like Tommy made a post that wasn't about her, but Amberlynn thought it was about her. Tommy put it, Colleen's name, her ex-girlfriend that passed away, her fiance that passed away, and Amberlynn had a fit because she thought it was about her at the beginning. And when she found out it wasn't about her and it wasn't wrapped around her, then it hurt Amberlynn so bad.
It was probably so vague anyway.
Yeah.
But of course, she's got to make everything about herself.
Oh, yeah.
But that's dumb, though.
I'm pissed.
How do you know that's about you?
Seriously? Okay, Destiny, act dumb. It's about me.
How do you know?
Because you told her.
It doesn't mean it's about you.
Okay, ask her.
Hey, remember, you gotta use all capital letters whenever you're screaming at somebody. I learned that. My kid told me that. That's what you gotta do, Amberlynn.
Wasn't about you.
She said lies.
I'm hearing a law.
Yeah. I want to say, like, I know you edited these screenshots, but I want to say in the conversation right before this, she's bet me money on it. Like, she bet like some kind of crazy thing. Like, I want to say she bet like to pay the whole phone bill or something. Like, I want to say she said something like that.
Money, 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 money. She's always got to bring money into it.
And I still asked her because, I mean, like I said, I sat next to her every day at work. So, and I'm not afraid to ask nobody nothing. Like, I'm gonna be straight up.
But of course, you know, she just assumed anyway.
Oh yeah, so, lies.
Nope. She said who it was. She said who it was. Some YouTuber.
You're actually believe this? LOL.
What?
You actually believe her? LOL.
Yeah, because if it says YouTuber, then it's Amber Lynn. Don't you know that by now? Anything like this, if Amber Lynn thinks it's about Amber Lynn, it's about Amber Lynn.
First off, you told her I said something about her eyebrows, and then she posts that. Come on now. Yeah, she said it was about a YouTuber, and guess what? I'm a YouTuber, LOL.
She said the name. I just don't remember. Not everything is about you, you know.
I know, but it was a weird coincidence, and it made me feel really bad. Don't tell people things that I tell you, please.
Oh my God.
What are you doing? Have you decided about tomorrow? I tried calling you earlier.
She is always trying to call Destiny. Always trying to call Destiny. See, this is the problem. When you're friends with Amber Lynn, you got to be at her every beck and call. And Amber Lynn doesn't understand that that's not possible.
We won't be able to.
Why not?
Phone died.
I need to go grocery shopping.
Okay.
And tomorrow is Sunday.
We will one of the days I take you out. Can't happen tomorrow. Sorry.
There is a lot I have to get before Beck comes, and it's like you don't even care. I have not even gotten my blanket.
Amber Lynn is on a schedule, by goodness gracious, Destiny. What are you trying to do? Don't you know this? You need to pay attention to her. And guys, just so you know, I'm interrupting. I have a blind dog, okay? And I cannot stop her when she goes to eat, drink, and when she goes to jump in my lap. I cannot stop her. She is elderly, so we just kind of leave her alone. And so that's what she's doing right now. So I do apologize.
What does she even mean by that? What blanket?
I don't know. Like, you know how she was. Like, she liked to have the blankets over her, like, to cover herself. So you couldn't see,
yeah.
You know.
Yeah, she had to cover herself all the time so nobody else was looking at her ankles.
Oh, it was about her ankles? I thought it was about more than just her ankles. If it was just... Okay, all right. I thought it was her legs all the way around.
I want to say there was a blanket that she saw at Target, but she didn't get it, and she wanted to go again and, like, made up her mind to get it. So we had to, like,
so she wanted you to take her to go get it before I came over.
Yeah, and you know where Target is? Lexington.
Mm-hmm. So she was expecting you to take her from Berea all the way to Lexington.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the date was for this one, but like I said, I didn't move out until like May.
But she wanted to go to the big city, by goodness gracious. She's a big city girl, not a little bitty small town.
Right.
I was there 90% of the time because of the situation she'd put me in when I went home. So
that was still just a lot of back and forth anyway.
Oh God, yeah.
All right, so where were we? Okay, first of all, I don't have to care. I told you I would help you, and I am. Just because it's not on your time doesn't mean I don't care. Second of all, you've had like literally a month to either order it or take you.
I think
not my fault.
Yeah.
Amber Lynn is always an online shopper, but you know what? If she wants out of the house, you got to get her out of the house. She doesn't like staring at the all four walls. Plus, if she orders online, she doesn't get to go in there. And at the time, she was Fingerlyn. Fingerlyn is go touch everything. And you got to, see what all you can get. She can't spend as much money online because she can't go and see physically what she wants because she wants all the little trinkets she can get.
Yeah.
There is no way this is Destiny.
Oh, okay, I see what you're trying to say. You're trying to say, or I take you, not my fault.
Yeah. Which I'm pretty sure that was me, but I think I had Dana typing it for me because I was probably driving, because I was always driving, either driving us to work, driving us home from work, or driving all the way out to do something for her.
Yeah, but Amberlyn wouldn't understand driving because Amberlyn doesn't ever have to worry about that. But you're supposed to text and drive. Think about it. Every time Beck was driving, it didn't matter if Amberlyn wanted something. Beck was supposed to turn around, and Beck was supposed to text Amberlyn back because she wanted service right then.
Right, of course. Like I know Dana didn't drive yet. She eventually ended up starting driving, but she hadn't drove yet.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, of course, she said there's no way this is destiny, because Amber would do the same thing. She would pretend to be me and text other people.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that caused a big, huge fight between Beck and Amberlyn. And that's one of the reasons why they split up, is because Amberlyn was trying to pretend that she was Beck.
She do that to you? Pretend to be you and text other people?
Oh, yeah. She would do that with like all kinds of people, like my dad, anybody.
Yeah. That's
and I'd
a
be
classic
like, I don't
Amber
need
move.
this conversation. Like,
That's wild. What?
I can't order a blanket when you have no money in the bank. If you have money in there, I'm going to order some shit and we'll pay you back later.
Oh, how convenient. Amberlyn has money in her pocket, though. Amberlyn said she doesn't trust banks. So Amberlyn would have to have money in her wallet. And I think that's the way she's been the entire time, really, is she'd only keep money that needed to be in there for her bills and stuff. The rest of it, she wanted in her own pocket.
You had your chance to do, so I have no extra money to do that.
On Monday, will you take me to the Social Security place and then get groceries? Because I literally have nothing.
I can try, but most likely Tuesday. What was she needing to go to there for?
Okay, so...
Ooh, she's rubbing her hands together. This must be some juicy, juicy stuff. Okay, let's see.
I want to say we were Christmas shopping. It was before we broke up. We were at Walmart, and she was in a scooter. And she was going to park the scooter in the cart thing when we were leaving. And she got all her bags out of her basket, but she left her purse. Or no, it was her wallet. She left her wallet in the basket. And we left. And it wasn't until like the next day that she realized it was gone. And it had her social security card in it. It had her ID in it. It had...
Oh, yeah. She kept everything in her wallet. Even though she said in one of her vlogs, you're not supposed to do that. And she knew you weren't supposed to do that. She did keep absolutely everything in there.
Like her debit card in it and all that. So when we tried to go to the bank, they were like, you need an ID to get another debit card. Ooh. So then it was a matter of getting her an ID, which the ID she had was from Virginia. She never got a Florida ID. Like,
I'm not shocked.
So then when we we eventually did go to Social Security, but
you probably took a little while, but yeah, Beck told her several times that she needed to go get her ID, or not Beck, sorry, Destiny said several times she needed to go get her ID and it needs to be switched over, and Amberlyn said she would get to it. Amberlyn did not get to it, obviously, because we got this story.
I had been telling her for so long, so what she's meaning by, because I had no money, she had my debit card information, and, unless she got paid from YouTube, she didn't have any money, because at this point, she had been fired.
I thought she had quit.
She quit. I mean, they technically fired her because she quit showing up, but because she quit.
Oh, okay. Well, then the truth comes out. She didn't quit by giving 2 weeks notice. She did the coward way out and just decided she wasn't going to show up. So she left her job high and dry. Sounds like Amberlyn.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
she just didn't go back. All right.
Yeah, she just didn't go back at all. She just gave up on it. And so, my money was going in there. And like I said, unless she got paid from, YouNow or YouTube, she didn't have any money. So, and I mean, me and Dana were strapped. Like, I was still paying half the rent at our apartment. I was helping Dana with her rent and like all these other things going on.
That sounds so stressful.
Yeah, but now look at it. I think Amberlynn should have been given Destiny money. That's what I think. So, yeah, now then, hearing this, Destiny deserved every single bit of money that Amberlynn gave her. Yep. Plus some, because, and you know what, Amberlynn gave her a lot of mental anguish. So, yeah, Destiny, take it all.
God, it was. And like when she would get paid, which you'll see that eventually, when she would get paid from like YouTube or YouNow, she'd want me to go to the ATM and get all of it out in cash and then bring it to her.
There's the cash thing. She didn't trust banks, is what she said.
Every single month.
Yeah. Or like, you know, YouTube's like around like the 21st or whatever, but YouNow was like a different time of the month.
So you'd have to do it more than once.
Yes.
Oh my
All
God,
because she wouldn't go to Social Security and get her stuff fixed.
That is so frustrating.
It really was. Okay, then.
Thumbs.
And then when do you plan on coming over to do the trash? This is the only thing I need help with.
I'm just wondering, and just trying to focus your attention. Look at how much Amberlynn is just messaging. Just and Destiny's like one line. And Amberlynn just keeps going. So imagine if they were on a phone call together. Just imagine that.
Oh, and I need help with hanging paintings. That's it. I did everything else by myself.
One of the days I take you.
I know you don't have to care about me, but I still care about you and would help you if you needed it. Blank and blank literally won't help me with shit. I feel like I am trapped. It is scary as F.
Because you aren't the responsibility and you're not mine neither. I can't be running you around all the time after this week. I'm done for a while.
Ooh, yay, Destiny. Yeah, stand up for yourself. That's what needed to happen. Plus, Amberlynn did this to herself, and Amberlynn should be Amberlynn's own responsibility. She was an adult.
You'll have to figure it out for yourself.
So you won't be taking me grocery shopping at all after this week? Can you imagine if this was the other way around?
Amberlynn, you're 26 years old. Act like it. Oh my God.
And you know how old I was? 20. I couldn't even. No, I was 21. I had just turned 21 though.
What is it with Amberlynn and going with people younger than her? Just think about that.
Yeah, we were 19 when I was 19 when we started talking.
That's a kid. 19 is still a kid. Oh my God.
I do everything for myself. I just don't have a car, Destiny. What WTF do you expect from me?
Learn how to drive. You don't want to spend that kind of money on a car. Your credit is crap. You'll have to buy one flat out or go to some crap hole place that doesn't check credit and get some scrap. My car is fine, but like you said, don't want to do it. That literally offended me.
Amberlynn, like I said she did not want to get a driver's license because she was scared. Get over your fear, woman. That's what you need to do. You can't use fear you can't use you're scared for everything. You're scared people have your address. You're scared to drive. You're scared to be alone. You're scared of anxiety. Now you're scared of BPD. Carousel, roller coaster, everything. You just keep going around in circles.
Yeah, because do you remember that when she was going to buy my car, either for you or for herself or whatever? Because I had got my new car and I was trying to sell my car at first. And then me and Dana wanted to keep it for her to drive. And then I ended up still selling it, but like still like she wanted my car for so long and then she just like up and changed her mind.
Yeah.
You probably made her mad. So she was like, I'm not going to give you any money. That's what probably happened. Just because she was going to withhold the one thing she could withhold. Money. Finances. Ching-ching.
Offended you? WTF. All you ever do is offend me. You're so damn rude to me. Why would I want to buy your car off of you after the way you treat me? What does buying a car have to do with the way I treated you?
Oh, right.
Like literally, like a car is still a car that you obviously need.
Exactly. So do you want the car or not?
All I ever do. Oh, wait. No, I think I skipped some. Oh, wait. No, that was right. All I ever do is stick up for you, give you extra money, and still ignore the fact that you disrespect me constantly.
See, it's all about money. I give. And Destiny was just taking it. Like I said, buy her. If that's what you got to do. You bought her all kinds of Christmas gifts, and a few days later, she broke up with you. You bought them all. You tried to buy her. Didn't work. Now she stayed around for money. Hey, you did it to yourself, Amberlynn.
Disrespect. Good night.
Exactly why I will not buy your car.
Yeah, sure. You gave no craps.
Did you pay the internet bill and electricity?
I think you totally ignored her, didn't you?
Yeah, for a little while.
I don't blame you. Can you stop finding things about? I've already told you about both of those.
The internet stopped working for a minute. That's why I asked. I'm not trying to find things about.
Yeah, she was. She just needed to talk to Destiny. She needed that fix. You know, some people just need to talk to somebody. They need to hear that it's okay. They need to hear that. And once they do, perfectly fine. And when you're arguing with somebody, you just want to hear, it's okay. It's okay. Destiny was arguing with her. Destiny wasn't replying. And she had to get an it's okay one way or another.
Damn.
I'm just like, that's what happens to internet, man. That happens sometimes. It cuts in and out.
Oh my god!
It cut out for 2 seconds. Destiny didn't pay she didn't pay the internet bill.
She's just justifying why she wanted to bother me.
Yes, exactly. This is crazy.
She writing a novel to you? Oh my goodness graciousness.
I know. I didn't try to screenshot all those poems because they get a little freaky deaky. Let's see. If Beck's family member has her baby this week, we aren't hanging out this weekend. I'm just hoping she doesn't have her baby yet. I'm seriously so effing sad.
That is so awful that she was not wanting my great nephew to be born.
Center of attention. If you don't sometimes think about Amberlynn and just laugh, you can't get through it. You honestly cannot get through it. She is so selfish. She has a me syndrome unlike anybody else sometimes. Okay, there is somebody else that has a me syndrome that I cover, but still, she has a very bad me symptom.
Literally, because it was, right?
Yeah.
How long ago that was?
Yeah, that was 2017. He's like about to be 8.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's
like
freaking crazy.
That's so offensive though. Like, why would you like I don't know how far along she was, but why would you want her to take longer to have a baby? Like, that's miserable.
I know. He was already overdue anyway.
Oh my god.
She just really didn't care.
I hope she doesn't have a baby.
We're skipping that.
I'll be alone this weekend. It's whatever though.
This is her trying to manipulate me.
Yay, we got to skip the whole long novel. Well, hopefully. Yay, goodness graciousness. We have a ways to go, and I'm not wanting to break all this up, so we're going to just continue going for a little bit longer till the battery dies, and we're just going to insert another one.
Manipulate you.
I can't imagine what she was saying to you if she was saying anything.
I'm sure she was using some manipulation tactics with me as well.
Yeah, like she had to be. Like, because, obviously she was worried about it. And obviously you had told her, hey, I might be having my great nephew this weekend. We might not get to hang out.
Okay, so that's the real motive behind it. She wanted Beck's attention. Oh, yep. Had absolutely nothing to do with anybody else besides her.
You know, like stuff happens and plans can change, but clearly that doesn't fly for her.
No. Her plans cannot ever change.
God, no. Yep.
Why?
Beck has plans with her family.
Why can't you go?
Wasn't invited.
Oh, well.
Like, why is that my problem?
Right?
Like, and I mean, it's not my fault you weren't invited. You wouldn't want to go anyway. Like, if you would have been like, hey, you know, I'm having my great nephew this weekend. You want to go to the hospital with me?
But why? They didn't even know each other that well. They weren't living together. So why? Amber Lynn would just be inviting herself, and Amber Lynn didn't go anywhere like that. Because Amber Lynn didn't like to be judged. She puts herself on YouTube, but yet she still doesn't like to be judged. She likes an echo chamber of yes.
And wait around? No. Because all she would do is sit there next to you and complain and moan and groan and be like, can we go somewhere? There's this around here. Let's go there. You know, like, find something else to do that's not what you were there to do.
Exactly. And I mean, we barely knew each other. We'd like known each other for 2 months at that point.
Yeah.
It's like, no, I'm not going to have you come to the hospital with my family.
That's what I kind of thought. Yep. Didn't even really know each other, but Amber Lynn still wanted to be involved with Beck and didn't want Beck involved in her family. And now look at it. Seriously. Amber Lynn was like, no, Beck, you can't have anything to do with your mom whenever your mom is passing away. No, Beck, you're going to have something to do with me and only me. That carousel, that roller coaster, it just keeps on going and going. This is absolutely amazing to actually just listen to this and watch this. I don't know if y'all are getting entertainment out of this, but I am. I'm flabbergasted with some of this. I'm second guessing myself on some of the things, and this is just amazing to me. It really is, because you know how Amber Lynn is. You really do, and now you're getting to see the text that Destiny had to put up with. And you're not even getting to see what Beck had to put up with. You're just seeing right now what Destiny had to put up with, what Destiny was dealing with. This is just absolutely just interesting to me. I think this is like one of the coolest things. And they're supposed to get together again. And so I'm enjoying this, and I hope y'all are enjoying this too. I got to do a battery switch real fast, and we're going to continue.
And have you sit there with everybody whenever we haven't even like really been together that long? Like I think we might have literally just started actually dating in April, if I'm remembering right. I can't exactly remember when our anniversary was.
I can't remember what date we're even like on, like what month we're in. But yeah, and another thing is like I don't think you guys, like, I know you had hung out for the most part like a little bit, but I don't think you were even hanging out like a lot yet.
Yeah, but Amber Lynn doesn't mind imposing on people. She's like, oh sure, I'll go wherever I want to go, whenever I want to go. You're supposed to still invite her, even if she doesn't want to go.
Right? No, we weren't.
I need to give you the money Saturday morning for sure, because hella bills are due. I know we were supposed to hang out the whole weekend, but she has to work tomorrow. Her job effing sucks.
Damn.
I stayed the night at last night, going to again tonight. Hope the cats are okay.
Awesome. They should be.
I made sure to leave food and whatnot.
She just finds anything to talk to Destiny about. It doesn't matter what it is. She's just like, I gotta talk to her. I gotta talk to her no matter what. This is just absolutely bewildering at some point.
I feel like they are gonna go potty on my bed though.
How long would she leave them alone? Do you know?
I don't know. I don't remember why she was hanging out with them like without you.
No, I'd found that out, and I was just like, this is kind of weird, because I was at work. I didn't know that was happening.
That she was hanging out with your friends?
No, I didn't.
See, I don't know why I thought that you were there too. So that is weird.
So I'm guessing the friends are the ones that she lived with. Amberlynn, the ones there was 2 friends that she lived with while Beck lived with them too.
No, she was just hanging out with him without my knowledge.
I don't know. Like, I know she would ask me to go like check on them if it was like more than a couple days or something.
That's just so weird. I just don't know why you would do that in the first place.
I don't know. It's like she wanted them, but she didn't want to be like that responsible for them.
Right. And it makes me wonder, does she do that now? I really hope not.
I want to know if they were actually being taken care of when she was in wherever, like when Rarity went missing. I mean, well, no, she obviously took them with her.
Oh, like talking about the animals. Yeah, she took the animals with her. Yeah, because, yeah, she came back with 2 instead of 3.
Right. But it's like she had, I don't know if she'd ever done that before. Took her animals anywhere.
Well, it's also like, why did you go visit somebody and expect to stay for that long?
Right.
Like, it's a visit, not a move-in. I think that's maybe what she was expecting.
That might have been what she was hoping. Like, if I bring all my stuff, then maybe she'll let me move in.
I don't know. That whole situation was weird.
That's what most people think. Most people think that Amberlynn was trying to move in with Tommy, and Tommy got tired of her and said, you're going home.
For sure. Not if the litter box is clean.
It's not, because I haven't been there. I was going to have you stop by and check, but didn't want to bother you.
Won't be that way at all.
True.
Sorry.
It's okay.
All right.
What time are you coming tomorrow?
I drank too much last night and I don't feel very good. I don't feel up to it today.
That was a lie.
I'm sure it was.
I have never been hungover in my whole life. I've never puked. I've never woken up nasty.
Lucky. But at the same time, you know what? At least Destiny can say, I lied. My bad. My fault. I did it. I lied. At least Destiny can do that. It's called accountability, Amberlynn.
Nothing. And I mean, I've gotten blackout drunk and I've never had a hangover.
I kind of get that. I've really not had a hangover either. I would get really drunk, but the next morning I'd be okay.
Yeah. I mean, I've woken up still a little tipsy, but I've never woken up hungover at all. Never.
Yeah.
Can we do it in the blank tomorrow? Can we do it in blank tomorrow?
Yeah, what does that mean?
What? I don't know. What's blacked out?
Oh, I'm glad I'm not the only one that does that. I'll read something, wait a little bit, and be like, what? But I'm a forgetful mind. I put something down, wait 5 seconds, and I'm like, what did I do?
Where I was from.
Oh. Beck has an appointment for her ankle tomorrow at 8. We can do it afterwards. Oh, yeah, that's when you broke your ankle.
Mm-hmm.
You stepped in that pothole.
I sure did.
A room between you and her. How would you have not noticed a pothole?
Dude, I just was walking in it was a Save-A-Lot parking lot in Eastern Kentucky, and I did not know that hole was there. And I fell and hurt my ankle, and it was messed up forever. And it turns out that my uncle's ex-wife fell in the same parking lot.
Well, you know what? That's a little bit of lawsuits, ain't it? They might want to fix the daggone pothole.
Oh my God.
And sued them.
I know that you tried to, but nothing ever came of that, right?
No, I sued them too, and I got a little settlement from it.
Oh, okay.
But that's what paid my doctor bills, my physical therapy stuff, because I had to take extensive physical therapy for that.
I remember it was messed up for a long time. Was it your driving ankle?
Yeah, it was my right foot.
Oh my gosh.
And I was still having to drive on that.
It was, oh my God, you drove with it.
That's what I'm saying. Driving on it? Nope. Not even possible. Here's the thing. But you being with Amberlynn, you're driving on it. It doesn't matter. You are driving on it. Doesn't matter if you're hurting. Doesn't matter if you can't do it. You're driving on it.
I had to. I was the one that had to take myself to my appointments and stuff.
Oh my God.
I had nobody else who could.
I broke my ankle right before Christmas in 2022. I was literally just walking at work. Like I had walked, like I work at, so I walked from my desk to the nurse's station and someone had brought a Starbucks. I literally just grabbed my Frappuccino and was walking back to my desk and my ankle just literally went like, made a loud popping sound and I just was on the ground.
So not only did y'all share share the issues with Amberlynn, you shared those. Now you're sharing the issue that y'all hurt your ankles. Come on, guys.
Like I didn't even abruptly fall. Like I didn't even spill my drink. It just
what?
It just did it. I don't know what it was. And then like I didn't even believe it was broken. And I had the I work for come look at it and he was like, well, can you stand on it? And I mean, I got up and I was like, it's a little like tender. And I didn't put like full weight on it or anything because it was so tender. I was like, it'll be okay. Like it wasn't even swollen or anything yet. I was like, I'm not worried about it. You know, I probably just like twisted it, whatever. Well, then a couple hours go by and I like looked down at it because I didn't elevate it or anything. I just was like, it's whatever.
Oh yeah, you didn't twist it, did you? You did a lot worse to it. The way you're building this story up, you did a lot worse to it and you didn't even know it.
Because it didn't really hurt. That was the thing. Like it didn't really hurt. Like in the couple of hours I was sitting there. It had swollen up so huge. I was like, oh my gosh. And my coworker, who's like one of my really good friends that I've known for a long time, she went and got me it's an ice pack that like has straps on it so that you can strap it to your ankle. And I put it on there and I had one of the look at it. She was like, I think you definitely should get an x-ray.
Were you being a brat and not getting an x-ray? Because you didn't want to go to the hospital, the doctor, or anything when you were with Amberlynn. So, well, Amberlynn didn't make it easy on you either, though. Yeah, she didn't make it easy. But you also had insurance when you were with Amberlynn. You had insurance through your dad, I do believe.
I was like, okay, but I don't have insurance right now. Like, I'm not that worried about it. I'm not trying to go spend forever at the ER. So I didn't drive because it was my driving ankle. And the girl I was just talking about, she drove me home. And my stepmom made me go to the ER. She drove me. And they were like, yeah, clean break.
Oh my God, dude. How does that even happen? No, I only go to that one at Blake. Just leave me alone.
See, yeah, too many similarities. Too many stories you share together. No wonder why y'all get along.
You were like, just leave me alone. And of course you didn't say anything to that.
You don't have to just go to the one in blank, though. It can be any. I'm trying to make things easier for you.
I don't care, Amberlynn. Holy, quit caring about yourself for 1 minute. I don't feel good today. I'll do it next time you are home.
I never care about myself. That's the problem.
Oh, Liar Lynn is in the house. That is 100% Liar Lynn.
Yeah, okay. Nothing with you is easy, by the way. You've always got to be complicated. I'm tired of dealing with you.
I'm sorry.
No, like for real. That's so true, though.
Not trying to be complicated. If I could do it by myself, I would have already had done it. I only ask for help when I truly need it now. Other than that, I try not to bother you. Yet I gave you $20 for your birthday. I'm not that bad, Destiny.
$20. Told you just gotta laugh at her. You really do. Any amount of money, it does not matter. Any amount of money, $10. You mention something, and she's gonna say, you know, I gave you this money for this. Doesn't matter why she actually gave it to you.
Yeah, I gave you $20 for your birthday. See, she held it over your head.
$20.
Whoa, $20. Not saying I don't appreciate it, but I'm struggling. I only asked for more so I could do my credit card payments and have some gas. That way I could buy myself something. But no, that 20 is going to gas and nothing else.
That's what I was going to ask. Did she even give Destiny gas money with Destiny always running her around so much? Because that's not even mentioned one time. Not once is it mentioned.
Just leave me alone. When it doesn't go your way, you act like a 3-year-old about it.
I'm sorry that I'm not bathing you in money. I was going to give you more money for taking me to Verizon, and on top of that, give you my phone.
I was just going to ask for gas money and a new case for it.
And I probably would have done that.
I just can't do it today.
This is what I was talking about with the phone stuff. I mean, either of those.
So we're talking about Amber Lynn having more than one phone? Again? Because Amber Lynn says she doesn't have more than one phone. She only has one phone. Right? But we always said she had two phones. But she denies that she had two phones, even though she went to her storage locker and pulled out the second phone for all the receipts, right? Okay.
She had wanted to switch back to her iPhone, like actually using her iPhone, like with service on it. And I had got water damage to my phone. I was still using it, but the battery just didn't last. Like, that's the only thing. Like, I had fried my battery, basically. Yeah. And I really was like, if you're not going to be using that phone, because she wasn't going to vlog with it, and she was saying that she wanted to change the service over to her other phone. So it's like, that phone's literally just going to be sitting there. Let me use it so I don't have to deal with my Bobo phone dying all the time. And she was making the biggest deal about it. Like, at first she asked me to pay for it. And I was like, it's literally on our phone plan. Like, we're still paying on it. Why do I need to pay you for it?
But what are you going to do for her in trade? I mean, she's got to be getting something out of this. And if she's not, she's going to make sure later down the road she's going to get something out of this.
Like, it was so dumb. And I don't know. Like, I literally convinced her to get that phone. And then she was like, I was going to give you my phone.
Sure you were. No idea. Should not be too bad, like 20 at the most.
Are you going to get my money out tomorrow and bring it to me?
Yeah.
You can get a life jacket if it is no more than $20. And if you swear on everything, you'll bring me my money tomorrow.
Hey.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I'm still pretty sore at you, though.
Sore?
Mad.
With as much money as Amber Lynn made off of YouTube and you now, she should not be mad about $20. But there's a story about an icy, okay? So, she went and bought an icy for her and some friends, and I think it was Rafe. Didn't get one, so I think that's who it was, another friend. So she asked Amber for the money to go get a snow cone or icy or whatever it was. So Amber gives her a $10 bill to go get one. Amber throws a hissy fit because it didn't cost $10, but she didn't give her the change back. And Amber Lynn wanted the change back. But she did not give it back, so Amber Lynn got mad about the change that was left over from the icy out of the tin. That's Amber Lynn.
Sorry.
It just doesn't make any sense to me, but whatever.
I'm buying you a life jacket. Stop being rude to me. Seriously.
Maybe I shouldn't, because you're literally just going to hold it over my head just like you always do.
I did not get a life jacket.
Of course you didn't.
I mean, I could have. I mean, like, but I didn't because of all of this. Like, I was just like, it's whatever. And like, we were just going to Holly Bay.
Right.
So I was like, it's literally whatever. I just didn't get one.
I mean, look, it's easy to go to Holly Bay and not have to use a life jacket because you could touch for a long time anyway.
Yeah.
But that's not the point. Amber Lynn was trying to tell you she was going to buy you something. And you're not accepting what she was wanting to buy you. So now you messed up her entire game.
Well, I don't think I could find any, like, they have like cheap ones now at Walmart, but we were at Walmart and I couldn't find one that was less than like $40. I didn't think they were going to be that expensive. So I was like, I'm not going to do that. That's going to be a whole thing.
You could say you're nice to get for people, but when you don't get your way from them, you hold it over their head that you did this and bought that. That's not how you treat people.
No one is perfect. I need to work on, I get it.
She never worked on that. She still does it to this day.
Yeah, she still says, you can't blame me because I know that there's still things that I need to fix. But you got to let me know what I need to fix so I know where to start. People let you know where to start and you still don't start it.
It's the fact that she just admitted to it too. She was just like, yeah, that's who I am.
No one is perfect.
What are y'all doing today?
Nothing.
Have y'all decided what you're doing for New Year's?
We have blank, so we did Santa Claus.
Cute. I didn't get her anything this year.
She's fine.
Because you know how it was every time I'd bring her with us. She would get all that stuff for her. I mean, she enjoyed it, but...
Oh, this must be Destiny's family member, a younger family member. Because Amber Lynn would go all out, and then, of course, she would say something about it. You know, Amber Lynn would be like, I bought all these gifts, and pretty much, you owe me. You know, I did this, I did that. And it wasn't out of the goodness of her heart.
I mean, all that stuff, I would have to take it home and figure out what to do with it. And I'm like, you got to quit buying her all this stuff. This is between me and her and Dana.
Oh, this right here?
Mm-hmm.
What?
You ignored my question.
Oh, yeah. We are going to our friend JC's.
Oh, so this is one of those three-way group messages. This is going to be fun because Dana's involved.
That's my BFF, man. Y'all asked us what we were doing, and then we said nothing, and then y'all said you weren't doing anything else. Kind of thought y'all would come over. That's because that was the first time I was going to be hanging out with JC, like, ever outside of work. Like, she was my, like, work BFF. Yeah. And I was kind of nervous to go over there because my other best friend I was meeting for the first time. And, like, I didn't know, like, how that would be. Like, I mean, I didn't know her yet. So, like, she wasn't my BFF yet. And I was like, I don't know if I want to go over there and be drinking, especially, like, and so, yeah, that was a whole thing. And so, like, we kept being on the fence about it because I was like, I mean, we could go hang out with them. And it was New Year's, and it was the first New Year's, like, since my mom had passed.
But if you're supposed to go and hang out with Amber Lynn, you're supposed to go hang out with Amber Lynn. You're not supposed to change. You can't change like that, Destiny. Amber Lynn's going to get upset and she's going to get bottom hurt. And you know better.
And I'm glad that we ended up going to JC's. Like, not that I didn't want to hang out with y'all, but I mean, Amber Lynn's not the greatest person to be around. So, I mean.
Yeah, I know that. I get
I went to JC's and she actually surprised me. She had got my mom a birthday cake and had me blow out the candles on it and like everything. Like she had this whole thing planned. So I'm really glad I didn't like bail. And then, like I said, that's like my best friend now. Like she is one of my best friends, like the best. So
see, and Amber Lynn doesn't think of anything sweet like that. She would never think of honoring Destiny's mom. Never, not once would she think about that because that's just too sweet and sincere.
Not too mad about it. So like I've had all of that going on that we weren't telling anybody about. And then this is when Amber Lynn would not leave us alone about wanting to hang out all the time.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, that was a really rough time, wasn't it? But look at this manipulation. We mentioned JC's too.
Guess you chose the best of the two options. Ha 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 ha. Oh well.
No, it's not better or anything.
You hear how Beck isn't even butthurt about this? It's Amber Lynn. Beck's just kind of like, okay, whatever. And in case you don't know, I'm sure you know by now, Dana is Destiny's other significant other. Now they're married.
Might be the first year I'm not going anything.
Don't pull that. We waited, LOL, but it got late. Oh, this is not the same conversation. This is after that. This is her mini brands.
know.
And this is
He was like,
after
"What
you
is
guys
that?"
had hung out with us for my birthday.
Yes.
And we had
And
slept
she got
all
mad because we
day.
didn't hang out for her birthday.
Yeah, which was
Like,
literally just right after that. That's basically the same thing.
Her birthday is all about her, and don't you dare forget her birthday. Don't you dare forget her birthday. Oh, no. She will remind you weeks in advance when her birthday is coming up. And she will let you, she'll actually hint. She won't remind you. She will hint that her birthday's coming up. And she'll make sure that those hints come across very plain and clear that her birthday's coming up.
Yeah. But it's because you had stuff planned for her birthday. But she had given us $300 for coming over there, like on your birthday. Not that's not what she gave us $300 for. She gave it to us for Christmas. Right. And yes, y'all slept all day because y'all's sleep schedule was so weird, and now we know why.
We had to. We had to sleep all freaking day and stay up all night.
It's still that way with Amberlynn. I think Wifey made her, Feline, Jade, made her get on her day schedule. But other than that, Amberlynn is still the same. She sleeps all day and then she's up all night. And then that's when she gets up in the middle of the day. She's like, I haven't eaten all day. It's because you've been asleep all day.
And we literally, like, she was mad that with that money, we didn't get her a birthday or Christmas gift. But we literally went and spent it on the kids. Like, we didn't even get each other anything.
Holy crap. So she gave you that money and was wanting you to get her a birthday gift and Christmas gift out of it?
Yeah, that's what she's saying right here in these messages.
That's wild.
Exactly. Like, why are you acting like that? And we didn't ask that. We didn't say, like, hey, we're struggling. We don't have any money to buy the kids Christmas gifts. Like,
why are you acting so surprised? You're acting like that's not something Amberlynn would say or do. You know that's Amberlynn. You know Amberlynn would say that 100%.
We didn't do that.
But this is so great. Where's my birthday gift? At the store. Laugh face.
No Christmas gift either. Rude. And then...
Something else that's cracking me up is this was just a group message between Dana, you, and her, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was no me.
No, but then I sent you the ones with you in it too.
Right, yeah, but I'm just saying, because that was our really big last fight, was she was upset that I was in a group chat with Eric and Ricky and she wasn't in it.
Yeah, and Amberlynn was trying to say that she was Beck and that Amberlynn needed to be added into an older chat session or an older text messaging group that didn't even matter. They weren't even still communicating through that. They were communicating now through a 4-way group texting. I want to say app. It's not an app. It's the group message.
But it's totally okay for her to be in group chats with other people and me not be in it. Yeah. Interesting. Very interesting.
I was halfway through and I started puking and blank. I have puked over 20 times and I said, why?
I'm sick. I have a fever and everything. I'm miserable. Go to the doctor.
She doesn't go to the doctor. She goes to the ER. She will go from ER to ER to ER to ER until she gets the right diagnosis that she wants.
No.
What? Why?
Because it's probably a stomach virus.
Poop.
It's horrible. Let's see. I'll read this part. It's okay. Hey, foe. Do you guys have any plans tonight? I know it's last minute, but we decided we didn't feel comfortable being at our friend's party. Too many people we don't know. We were wondering if y'all wanted to choose tonight after we get off work. If not, I understand. We were just wondering. Love you guys.
Well, at least Dana was being nice and all that. We're going to see if Amberlynn can be nice back.
This was still about New Year's.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's what we were on the fence about hanging out with them.
Okay, I get that.
So this is why Amberlynn was mad, is because of that text message or that message. Yeah, because that let Amberlynn on that it may happen.
Amberlynn should be awake soon, but I'm sure she would want y'all to come over.
Well, we might just be staying home now.
Okay, well, just let us know.
Sorry. I will. There's just a lot going on, and we aren't sure what we are doing.
Well, I would love to see y'all.
And we would love to see y'all. We might come to Lexington anyways on Saturday. It's his birthday, and I'm thinking about taking him to Malibu Jack's.
So what's making you guys not want to come over? No tea, no shade, but we didn't do anything for my birthday. But what changes y'all's mind that quickly? Kind of sketchy.
I told you Amberlynn was hanging on to every single word, every single letter. She's like, you already planned it with me. You can't back out now.
Because we had already had this conversation in the group chat with just me, her, and Dana. And then this one Dana made with you.
Oh, so she had to have it twice.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we would have hung out on your birthday, but Beck had some plans, some special plans. And like I said, there's a lot going on, and I'm not sure what we are doing.
Well, what's going on?
I want to go. It's really up to Destiny and Beck. And see, I just see it and I want to say it.
Okay, Becky is Beck's old name, dead name, whatever you want to say. That's who Beck was.
Beck did have special plans for your birthday. I texted her the night of, and that's when she told me she didn't do it. We get our stimulus checks tomorrow, and that's another reason I wanted to come so we could do something for your birthday. And I'm not comfortable going to this party. I told Destiny that the girl having it had changed the plans a lot. I don't know hardly any other people, and I'd rather just be with friends I'm comfortable with. I told Destiny this.
Have you figured out yet that Amberlynn's birthday is around Christmas? Don't you dare combine them two neither. Don't you dare, because she don't like that. She has to be celebrated separately, because that's who Amberlynn is.
See, now Dana, she said all that, but she didn't care either way what we did. She was just trying to make Amberlynn feel better because she didn't like dealing with Amberlynn either.
Oh, I know.
Like, she definitely, like, just tried to be, like, the buffer. So that way Amberlynn wouldn't be, like, mad at us or going off on us. Just tried to be, like, a median type thing. Right. Because I didn't care to make her mad. But she didn't want to deal with it. So she just, like I said, just kind of be a buffer.
We know Destiny didn't care. Destiny was like, I'll make you mad and I'll just walk away. I don't care.
Right. And I get that. But it was also kind of hard for her to be that way, too, because I remember her and Amber fighting sometimes, too. And it's because Amber would just, be Amber. And then Dana would try to be as nice as she could. And then she just couldn't anymore. She'd snap.
Yeah, because Dana's a very not confrontational person. Like, she doesn't.
Right. Well, Destiny got with somebody completely opposite, didn't she? We all know what Amberlynn's like. Amberlynn can't wait to get up in your face.
She doesn't do that kind of thing. So, like, when Amberlynn would just get to that point with her, she would just go off. And it would get nasty, yeah. Because, I mean, it took a lot for Dana to get that way to somebody, though.
Right. Yeah, I know. But see, that's the thing with Amber. She can really bring that out in anybody.
Anybody. Like, the gentlest soul. Like, I mean, when we were living with my mom, I had never seen my stepdad ever get angry. Like, he never even yelled at us when we were little. And he would get so frustrated with her.
Yeah, they had to live with Destiny's mom for a little bit when they moved from Florida. They moved in with Destiny's mom, and man, Amberlynn would just get on everybody's nerve, and everybody would fight with Amberlynn. And she can't be anywhere peaceful because she's got to start something with everybody.
Like, just the tension that she, like, put in that house, like, between her and my mom and just between all of us, like, she just made everything so hectic.
Oh my God. Yeah. She would make the tension so bad that it would be like walking on eggshells around everybody.
Yes.
That's what would happen with the boys when they would fight. Like, they would not talk for weeks, and it would be like walking on eggshells in that house.
The boys are Eric and Ricky, the ones that Beck and Amberlynn lived with. And if you're wondering about the cow, I have cow stuff everywhere. I just haven't put one on yet.
And it's
And
like, I would not be allowed to talk to them. They would not be allowed to talk to me because her and the boys were fighting.
Oh my God. Like, you know, like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean.
And it's shitty of her to put you in that situation.
Yeah, it felt awful, honestly.
It seems like Destiny is the one who doesn't want to come over then, LOL.
I talked to her, so I don't know.
She'd rather take Blank to Malibu's.
Of course you would. That was your nephew.
You know, Beck was more like an employee than anything whenever it came down to Amber Lynn. So Amber Lynn saying that she couldn't, or Amber Lynn, Beck was more like an employee to Amber Lynn. So Amber Lynn saying that Beck couldn't talk to Eric and Ricky makes sense, because if your employer says you can't do this, you can't do that, then you're kind of stuck with listening to them. And because them two didn't act like they were a couple. Yeah, they'd give chicken pecks here and there and hug here and there, but you wouldn't even know that they were a couple if you didn't know their channel.
I didn't take him to that. When I asked him what he wanted to do, like, I ended up just taking him to, what is that place called in Mount Vernon? Oh my gosh, I don't remember the name of it. It was like if you put Wish, you know, like you remember the app Wish, you took them and made it into a little store.
Huh.
And my brother ended up coming over, and we went and we took him down there, and I got him a drone. Like, we just did some cool stuff like that.
Destiny's acting like the app Wish doesn't exist anymore. There's still people that buy off of Wish.
She's been having just a really hard day since it's Mindy's birthday. If she decides she wants to go home, then that's okay with me. Whatever keeps her happy today, really.
Mindy was Destiny's mom. Is Destiny's mom.
Here, I can read this part if you want me to.
Yeah, go ahead.
I get that, but it makes me feel pretty shitty. I personally don't mind spending the day with just Beck, obviously.
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 I'm sure she isn't intending to do that. I'm sorry if it makes you feel that way. I can understand.
See, I don't know. It was your mom's birthday. Like, of course, you're going to not really feel the best.
Yeah, and plus, Amber Lynn's just disrespectful, and you have to learn just not pay attention to Amber Lynn at some point. That's what Destiny did. Destiny got to where she didn't care.
But I wish Destiny would be a bit more upfront about her feelings and thoughts.
Yeah, I get that.
Just let Destiny know we love her. I had a hard time on my mom's birthday, too. And if y'all decide to come, I'll cook dinner.
Or we can order something to eat, LOL. It's literally the 31st. I want to pig out.
Of course.
Amber Lynn always wanted to order out, and she never liked it when Beck was like, no, we'll just cook. Amber Lynn's like, no, I want to order out. I'm grown, and if I want, and I am an adult now, and if I want to order out, I can order out if I want. Toddler.
I was totally down for cooking, and she's like, nope, we're ordering.
Y'all were living in Lexington, though. It was a good time. It was time to be alive.
That's true.
But don't feel obligated to come. I'm afraid of COVID anyhow.
My damn car won't. Sorry, my car won't start. I went out on my break. Nothing. My brother's on his way to fix it right now. I remember when you guys were having really bad car problems.
Oh my gosh! I ended up having to let that car go back too.
Amber Lynn should have gave you money to fix it. Daggum, she always whined every time you wouldn't come up there, but she always wanted you up there, so heck, she should have just went ahead and paid for it.
It was so much. We were like between cars for a little while after this. Sounds like y'all shouldn't drive super far anyhow. Sorry.
No, you're good.
Okay, I'm going to be honest. We want you both here. I just got done bawling my eyes out because I'm scared for my health. I'm so sad. I need you guys. I need to laugh. I need to have fun. Please come. Becky also got some shirts and socks for his birthday.
Whoops.
Guilt trip time. At least it doesn't work on Destiny.
I've been so restless all day. Ugh, all I want to do is spend money. I think I'm manic, IDK.
LMA, you've said it like every time, so I assumed he changed his name. Oh, God.
Oh, it's because she kept saying something about y'all going to Eric and Ricky's, but it kept autocorrecting it to Rocky's.
Oh, that's funny.
And she kept doing it. It was like 3 times over.
Rockies. You're probably like, wait, who's Rocky? Okay, so I guess he changed.
Yeah, it was weird.
Well, as soon as it said Ricky, or as soon as it said Eric, you should have been like, yep, it's Ricky. Because if you got Eric, you got Ricky.
Go spend money. Get it out of your system.
I did yesterday.
On what?
I bought 57 lipsticks at Meijer.
Are you kidding me? Hold on a second. 50? Hold on.
Go spend money. Get it out of your system.
I did yesterday.
On what?
I bought 57 lipsticks at Meijer.
I heard it right. She got way too much money, way too much free time. She don't go nowhere. If she don't go nowhere, why in the crap is she buying that much? Hopefully she returned it. Nope, never mind. She wouldn't.
I was so embarrassed at checkout.
I remember this. I was embarrassed too. You should have seen the look on the cashier's face.
I was about to say, did y'all go through self-checkout?
Nope. No, we didn't. It was an actual cashier.
Well, of course, Beck had to be there. Beck was a driver. And you think Amber Lynn cared? If I was Beck, I would have walked away. I would have been like, nope, I'm not, nope, that's all that.
I can finally admit it.
How much did you spend on lipstick?
It was over $300, so it wasn't bad.
Hey, I always tell Amber Lynn, I got horses. They need to eat. I always tell Amber Lynn that.
He wants to go to Home Goods.
Not so bad. Go.
What y'all doing?
Nothing.
I wish y'all were closer.
I bet you were like, no, I don't. We are a lot closer now than before.
Really?
What, LMAO?
Think about it. If y'all live closer, you could probably get more free stuff. Amber Lynn might hold it over your head, but you probably would get more free stuff.
IDK, LOL. How far are you? Isn't it like an hour and a half?
We're at home. Yeah, that's still closer than Monticello.
I'm not GPS.
LMAO.
I would invite y'all to Home Goods, but IDK.
We have to do cake with Blank.
Figured. I didn't get cake.
Dang.
Man, Destiny, she's just a hoot. She like, I just don't want to be around you. But Destiny, all I did is she should have just said, I don't want to be around you. You figured that's what Destiny would say, because Destiny doesn't usually care.
Blank went with me, and Blank's running around for his birthday.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. My brother went with us. You don't care about my B-Day.
Sounds fun. You don't care about my B-Day. Oh my God, laugh face. I'm broke till Thursday, dude. We barely did anything for Blank. I spent my last $20 on birthday cake.
Does he like sour candy? Do his cake here. Or not.
Or not.
IDK.
We can't, LOL. We were doing it at her dad's because his mama's in town.
Anything to get her way. Anything to get Destiny over to her house. Because you know what? Amber Lynn might have been bored, or Amber Lynn just wanted to see Destiny. Because she wanted to see Destiny a whole heck of a lot.
You said nothing when I asked what you were doing, LOL. Have fun, though.
We weren't, but Blank just asked about his cake, so Dana called her dad.
I'm going to continue to sulk.
Of course. Oh my God. Maybe we can come after. Up to you, homie.
Seems like y'all will be getting here at bedtime.
No way. LOL.
Yes way.
I stay up late. I have to take Tylenol PM to make myself sleep.
I was having a hard time sleeping at that point.
But here's the thing, Amber Lynn slept all day and was up all night. So if Destiny didn't take any kind of medicine to go to sleep,
But,
Destiny would be up all night too.
Like, that was another thing. When we would actually come over to stay with y'all, she wanted us to stay up with y'all, and we just couldn't. Like, there was no way.
Right. Yeah, she wanted y'all to stay up all night and sleep all day.
Yeah, and we just couldn't. Like, we were not wired for that.
Right. Understandably so, because it's not normal. If you don't have a job like that, then why would you do that?
Exactly. Well, just
But,
keep me updated on when you're done with the cake, and I'll see how I feel.
Okay.
So what time are y'all doing the cake? Whenever my sister calls me.
We're just waiting on her.
Daggum, she is obsessed. She's like, okay, I want to know all details. Every detail you got. Come on, 1, 2, 3, or A, B, C. Just go ahead and tell me. Because she'll make a diagram, or she's going to make bullet points, or she's going to do something because she wants to know.
Damn, reschedule with her. It was his birthday!
That's
Jake
so awful.
Did y'all get upset with my joke? No, we've been busy, and Destiny's phone was in the car.
No, LOL.
Oh, okay. Beck was worried. LOL.
I'm sure it was me who was worried about it.
When you
If we get paid Thursday and Dana gets her stimmy, so we will have bank. So next weekend we should be Gucci, hopefully.
Don't you like how she wanted to just pawn that off on Beck? Don't you like that? She didn't care. She was like, okay, well, I'm not going to take blame. When everybody knew it was her anyway, so why even try to do that? That's what I'm saying. She thinks she's smooth and sly, but she's not.
Hopefully, LOL.
Yes.
And this is when she sent us all that stuff about that cabin or whatever.
Oh my God, yeah. What's that? A cabin?
Ha 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 ha. Destiny, do you not know what a cabin is? Beck wants to stay in a cabin with y'all one of these days in the future. I'll be choosing the cabin, though, because there's a certain kind of hot tub I want to have in it.
Amberlynn in the hot tub. Amberlynn could barely get in the inflatable round pool that they had in the backyard. She barely made it in there. How is she going to get in a dagblame hot tub? Not being mean, not doing none of that. But how? How is she going to get in it? How is she going to get out of it? She barely made it into a kid's pool with one of those inflatable rings. She got scared, didn't know how to get in, and didn't know how to get out. So, explain.
I know, that's exciting, LOL. Just let us know.
Yeah, for sure, boo.
I was thinking, what?
I
was thinking March or April, but if y'all need more time than that, then maybe June or July.
Nah, not in the summer. I want to go in the spring.
Not sure when we will be able to afford it.
You're getting a stimulus check and income tax. You can say bills all you want, but it's very possible to save while working and getting those things. Give yourself a goal and then work towards it. Best advice I could give.
Oh, Amberlynn, you're the one that said you couldn't afford any kind of weight loss surgery because you had to save up money and taxes really did hurt your pocketbook. But yet back then you were telling them to save up money. Mm-hmm.
Okay, but she doesn't understand that my car was breaking down and I had to buy a new car with my taxes.
Right. And another thing is you guys were also taking care of the kids. You had your own stuff going on. It's like that wasn't important. And I was willing to be like, yeah, let's give it some more time. And if you can, cool.
But she was like, no, we're not doing that.
But Amberlynn made enough money and bragged about it enough. Why didn't Amberlynn just pay for it?
And she was also like, nope, we have to get a certain kind of cabin because I got to have the hot tub that is in the ground already. I cannot be stepping up into it. And I'm like, do you know how hard this is going to be to find something like that?
And how expensive it would be to have an in-ground hot tub?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, that solves the problem right there. See, that's why I don't need to talk sometimes beforehand.
But, I mean, we can try, but no promises. I have to keep buying parts for my car and pretty soon some tires. Again, Dana's taxes are getting cut because she has to pay back some food stamps. We have a lot more going on than you see or know of.
Yeah, that was dumb. Like, we were getting, like in the pandemic, we were getting all that unemployment or whatever.
Destiny, you don't have to explain yourself to anybody. You don't. You can keep it all to yourself if you want to. But if you want to share, you share.
But we also, they like when we signed up for unemployment, they made us sign up for Medicaid and food stamps. And when we went back to work, they didn't give us the unemployment, but they still gave us food stamps that month. And I was like, okay. And then like the next month they called us and they were like, you weren't supposed to get the food stamps. And we had used them because food stamps.
Yeah.
So they were like, you're going to have to pay that back. And they were like, if you don't pay it now, it'll just come out of your taxes when you get them back.
But Amber Lynn wanted just a full list of why you could not go and why you cannot afford this. She wants to know every personal detail that you have.
And that's what they did. It was only like a little over $200, so like it wasn't that big a deal. But us buying a car, it was a big deal.
Right.
Then why don't you tell me? You're going to Knoxville, right? If you don't have the money, why are you going? Oh, we went to Knoxville because this is after all the stuff went down between me and Dana, like her admitting everything to me or whatever.
Right.
And she turned it around on me, saying that like she.
Why are you even taking time to explain this? You didn't even have to explain it to Amber Lynn. It's nobody's business, Destiny. It really isn't. You can keep this to yourself. I mean, honestly, just I'm not gonna say nothing.
Basically said that I was like doing too much for the kids and I wasn't giving her enough attention, which was that was hard. And she understood that too. But she was like, we don't have to do these things for the kids. You just want to. And it's like we never got any time to ourselves or anything. So,
right, but they also needed you. They were kids.
Yeah. And I mean, it was really just that was staying with us. It wasn't all of them. Yeah. And that's just because he couldn't go with either of his parents. Like they didn't know what to do with them.
Yeah, Amber Lynn does not understand that somebody else comes before her, especially children. So she wanted to know why.
They treated him like crap, so we had him.
Right.
And I mean, what was I supposed to say? She was like, well, you don't give me the attention I deserve because you're always worried about them. But like at that point, like,
okay, Destiny wanted to do something really special for Dana, and Amber Lynn did not want that to happen. Amber Lynn wanted the money saved so that Destiny and them could do something with her.
I was letting her go and do stuff all the time with her friends. Like, I mean, not letting her, like I never let her or anything. Like,
right, but she was going.
I was like she was always just like making plans with her friends and going and doing the things. So that just left me to do whatever we were gonna do.
Right.
So like, it didn't make a lot of sense to me. I think she was making an excuse, honestly. And so there was that whole thing. And I was like, fine. You want us to spend time together? Let's go to Knoxville. And because we got that stimulus check,
and see, this is what I'm talking about. Amber Lynn was like, yeah, you get any kind of money, you get any kind of anything. And if you want to go to Knoxville with your girlfriend, that's not fair. You need to be going somewhere with me. Center of the universe, carousel. She still does it.
It still wasn't that expensive of a hotel room. But we went and stayed at a hotel and just kind of spent like the weekend together. Like, we went around, went out to eat. We were supposed to go to the zoo, but it was too cold. It was like January, I think. We were like, I don't want to walk around the zoo for that long in this cold weather.
Right. Can't blame you.
So the fact that she threw that in my face that we were going to Knoxville, but she didn't know all of it. Yeah.
Right.
Once again, it's none of her business and it's none of our business either.
Dang. So I'm so tired of arguing with you, dude. You don't try to talk to me either. We've got so much on our plates and you're adding extra stress. Why are you ruining the surprise I have for Dana? She's got no idea. And I budgeted this weekend because Dana deserves this weekend. We have never done something like this before. I don't have to explain myself to you. You don't feed, clothe, or house me.
There you go, Destiny. There you go. Get mad at her and tell her off. Too late.
Yeah. That was another thing. She ruined the whole surprise.
Oh my God. So Dana didn't know.
No, when she was in the group chat. Yeah, no, I only had told because I told him he was going to have to go stay with his mom for that weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you. ... And I thought Dana knew. My bad. Tell blank not to read the messages on here.
Tell her not to read the messages on here. I literally told you it was a surprise.
Doesn't matter if it's a surprise. Amberlynn, I think she did it on purpose. Amberlynn does a lot of sly things like that on purpose.
Every time Combo gets more adult, you always say that we are going. No, you didn't.
What? I'm just tired of when we make plans, you act like my parent or some. You are doing that. How are you doing this? Why this? What about that? I can't do that right now, Amberlynn. I can't. And I must have forgot to tell you. My bad.
It's just annoying that I give you $300 for Christmas. I gave both of you money for your birthdays, etc., and you get me nothing. You didn't even tell me happy birthday. It's shitty.
Oh, Amberlynn's mad. Oh, she going on a rant. Amberlynn likes them rants, and she's doing it all by text. All right.
Almost like one-sided friendship. Dana shouldn't be here. The surprise. Then when I go to tell you how I feel, you get mad at me. Becky and I were simply just saying, we want to go to a cabin with y'all. We are giving you 4 months in advance to save up. And you acted as if that was
impossible.
Possible when I see you spending money all the time. And I never
you
said
guys
anything.
Ignored that.
Okay, so for y'all that don't watch, y'all listen, because I know y'all do that. That was it for the group messages, so we went back to the last of the DMs between Just Destiny and Amber. We decided to cut a section here. It included sensitive information, but the conversation after the back and forth was interesting. That is where we are picking back up.
How many people message her?
I don't know. Stop being bitchy to her.
WTF are you talking about? How come I'm never allowed to tell you guys how I feel? It's absolutely ridiculous. See? She didn't know what we were talking about at first, and then she was like, well, that's just how I feel.
Yeah, she was trying to mask, like she was trying to be all sly about it, but then when you call her out, she's like, how come I'm never allowed to tell you how I feel?
That's what Amberlynn does. She's like, I'm just telling you my feelings, and I'm getting in trouble for telling you my feelings, and that's not fair. But she's complaining about her feelings.
You can. It's the way you say, Amberlynn.
I disagree.
Of course she disagrees. Okay, that's your choice, but you aren't seeing it from our point of view either. I didn't say anything. She unsent a message.
No, this is when I was posting videos all the time. Like a couple years ago.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
When she told me not to talk about her mom, but she kept bringing up my mom.
Right? How dare you? God.
Like I said, Destiny's mom and Amberlynn got into it, and Destiny's mom let Amberlynn have it. And Destiny's mom did not put up with Amberlynn's crap, and it's a good thing.
You gonna call me? Come on, let's get this out. Hello?
It's really effed up that you didn't tell me we were going back on live stream. I wouldn't have mentioned your brother, dad, or Becky. That was super deceptive, and yet I'm at fault again, but I thought our conversation was private. No, she didn't.
No, she already knew that you had went back live. She knew exactly what she was doing.
And she was watching. Like, she knew it had to be like on her TV, on mute or something. Like, she knew what was going on.
Yeah, I feel like she knew every single move you were making at that point.
Okay, so Destiny had created, or was on live stream, and they said call Amberlynn. So, Destiny called Amberlynn. Amberlynn answered, and Amberlynn was having a conversation with Destiny, and they were talking about, family members, and Amberlynn was like, I got stuff on your brother. I can talk about this, I can talk about that, and Destiny just plain out asked her, what do you have on my brother? And so Amberlynn started telling him this, that, and the other, and Destiny was like, and so what? That's when Amberlynn realized that Amberlynn was on speakerphone and on live chat, so everybody got to hear exactly how Amberlynn was talking to Destiny. It's actually pretty funny when she's caught and she doesn't know that she's caught.
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Oh, we have reached the end.
Wow.
Those are quite interesting. That was some tea.
Yeah. No tea, no shade.
No tea, no shade.
Why does she say that? That doesn't even make sense.
I'm going to let you go. We could do this Q&A video a different time.
Yeah, that's fine. I forgot we were going to do that after. I didn't expect this to go on for this long, but it was a lot of stuff, and it was a lot of screenshots.
It was a lot. Yeah, it was a lot to cover anyway. We had a lot to talk about.
Oh, hey, I enjoyed it. I thought I was going to separate this into 3 parts, and I got interested in it, and I just kept going. I'm sorry, guys. At least y'all get to tell me, did you like the first part, or did you like the second part? At least y'all get to tell me that.
It was really good to talk to you, man. It was fun to go through these, and yeah, we'll definitely get back up with each other, and we'll check out that video and whatever else. All right, man. Oh, there's Carter. Oh, little Carter. Such a good boy. And so cute.
Say bye, Car.
Bye, Carter. Bye, buddy. See you later, man.
All right, guys, we've officially reached the end, and that was pretty long, wasn't it? Sorry about that, but hey, it gave you a little bit more information, and I was having a little bit of fun figuring out things for myself. So let's go ahead and do like I normally do, because I'm going to rattle on if I don't, because that's what I normally do too. So I hope you have a good day, night, weekend, holiday, year, whenever you might be watching this and you remember to smile today or make somebody else smile, because it really can make a difference. And like I said, I'm going to have part 1 up, and then we'll have part 2 up, so y'all can figure out how you want to watch this and this, that, and the other. And y'all get down there in the comment section and let me know what you think. I'm not afraid of y'all letting me know anything. Disagree with me, don't disagree with me. Hit like, unlike, I don't care. Like I said, I'm on here for fun, and y'all do what y'all want to do. I'm just here just to entertain you, if that's what I say. I don't even know what to say at this point. It's late and I'm tired, and y'all done watch me do my skin routine. I don't know. I don't even pretend like I know anymore. Welcome to Janet being Janet. And for those of you that do not know and still with me, I wear sunglasses because it irritates my husband. I buy the biggest ones, most colorful ones that I can. I don't buy the wild ones because those don't bother him. I just buy the ones that are big and colorful and all that. And he tells me to take them off, and it irritates him, and I get joy out of the little things in life. So I wear them. But like I said, I want to wish y'all that y'all have a good one. And seriously, y'all make sure you smile for me whenever you're watching this and when you're not. All right, guys. Bye.